Here in this video we will explore 15 characters that have defeated Galactus in a one-on-one fight. You know, it's kind of funny yet really sad that Galactus is as of late and probably for a long time now being treated as the heavy punching bag of many Marvel stories. Sure, he does get his wins here and there, but in many instances he is shown as the overwhelming force that is ultimately defeated in the end, kinda like the Tyranids of 40k, if you know what I mean. You must know that lore-wise, he is one of the most powerful entities in the entire Marvel universe, yet also one of the most defeated villains of all time. So despite billions of years of consuming worlds, lately there have been emerging deadlier beings than him, like the Logos, the God Hulk or the Toba Hulk, and more. So here we won't include fights with the Fantastic Four or when the Tenebrous or the Aegis gods team up against him, cause that's like a 2-on-1 or more characters pitch against a single guy, and that's not really fair. Nay, here in this list are just the ones who have outdone him and beaten him or even killed him in a one-on-one fight, so let's get to it. The first one here is Abraxas. He is the living embodiment of cosmic destruction and entropy. Galactus' continued existence keeps Abraxas imprisoned across many realities, meaning that when Galactus dies, Abraxas is released. Following Galactus' death in one timeline, Abraxas emerged to annihilate all forms of reality. His method of defeating Galactus was purely existential. By killing him across different universes simultaneously, he not only erased Galactus' stabilizing function but ensured that no version of the Devourer could contain him. At one point in time, Abraxas decapitated Galactus in another universe and sent his severed head as a warning, proving his ability to unmake cosmic entities across space and time. The second one here is Thanos, the Mad Titan, and he has crossed paths with Galactus several times, but his most devastating encounter came with the legendary Infinity Gauntlet saga. After assembling all 6 Infinity Gems or Stones, Thanos ascended into godhood, becoming the supreme being of this universe. When Galactus sensed the immense cosmic imbalance caused by Thanos' newfound power, he attempted to intervene, but even the Devourer of Worlds was rendered powerless before the Gauntlet's might. Teaming up with Adam Warlock and other cosmic entities like Eternity and the Celestials, Galactus joined the fight, a unified front against Thanos, only to be effortlessly defeated and subjugated. At the peak of his conquest, Thanos overthrew Eternity himself and became the embodiment of the universe, effectively making Galactus and all other cosmic beings subjects to his will. The third character is the Hunger. This is a trans-dimensional being that consumes entire universes rather than, planets. It operates on a scale far beyond even Galactus' hunger. Unable to enter the main Marvel reality, which is Earth 616, without aid, it manipulated Galactus into becoming its unwitting servant. Through mental influence, the Hunger convinced Galactus that reassembling the Infinity Gems would end his eternal hunger. This deception caused Galactus to act irrationally, consuming worlds and pursuing artifacts he normally would ignore. When Thanos and the others tried to intervene, Galactus dismissed their warnings, fully under the Hunger's control. And once this being breached into the 616 universe through Galactus' efforts, it immediately began devouring his ship and even his energy, taunting him for being the instrument of his arrival. Unlike others who challenged Galactus through strength, the Hunger defeated him through sheer manipulation. Next we have the Beyonder. This is an omnipotent being from a realm outside the multiverse, whose power dwarfs that of nearly every other cosmic entity, including Galactus himself. During the Secret War's continuity, the Beyonder transported Earth's most powerful heroes and villains, including Galactus, to Battleworld, where he would watch them fight each other in amusement. So there, seeing an opportunity to confront the being responsible, both Doctor Doom and Galactus attempted to challenge him. However, the Beyonder effortlessly overpowered both of them. He casually swatted Galactus aside and rendered him unconscious, something no other entity had ever done so easily. This encounter showed how far beyond mortal or even cosmic comprehension the Beyonder's powers was. Now number 5, the Ultimate Rick Jones. In the Ultimate Universe, which is Earth 1610, Rick Jones inherited the mantle of Captain Marvel from Captain Marvel, gaining immense cosmic power and knowledge. When Galactus was drawn into this reality after the Age of Ultron events, he absorbed the Galactus Swarm, a collective of world-consuming nanomachines, which effectively merged into an even deadlier form. Rick Jones, wielding his new powers and specialized weapon capable of destroying the Galactus, confronted this hybrid Galactus to save the Ultimate Universe. The ensuing battle was cataclysmic, with Jones using both his strength and advanced weaponry to strike a devastating blow. He nearly annihilated Galactus by tearing through his form and destabilizing his energy structure, leaving him crippled, defeated and on the brink of death. Now number 6. Hiro-Kala. Hiro-Kala, the forgotten son of the Hulk and a twin brother of Scar, was born amidst tragedy on Sakaar and inherited the planet's ancient old power, which was a life force connected to the very essence of worlds. After Galactus destroyed Sakaar, Hiro-Kala's grief and rage turned him into a godlike avenger. He wanted the cosmos, mastering the old power until his control over it began to destroy planets. When Galactus arrived to feed on one such world, Hiro-Kala there combined the old power with fragments of the power cosmic to forge a new toxic energy designed to poison the Devourer of Worlds. When Galactus consumed that corrupted energy, he was overwhelmed by the psychic agony of every soul that he had ever devoured, forcing him to experience millennia of suffering in a single moment. Hiro-Kala confronted him defiantly, warning that any future consumption of old power would bring the same torment, thereby turning Galactus' eternal hunger into a potential curse. Now at number 7 we have the merged Mad Celestial. So Celestials are ancient cosmic architects, beings of nearly unfathomable power who predate most of the universe's current gods and civilizations. When multiple Celestials merge into a single entity, their collective might even surpasses that of Galactus at his peak. This was dramatically demonstrated in Fantastic Four issue 602, where the three united Celestials, Mad Celestials, confronted and utterly overwhelmed or overpowered Galactus. But this was when they were merged together in a single entity. Separately, they were defeated by Galactus, so despite Galactus' vast energy reserves and destructive capacity, he was nearly annihilated in the encounter, his very essence unmade by their combined force. Only Franklin Richards, wielding his reality-warping powers, was able to resurrect the fallen Devourer. Now number 8 we have the Toba Hulk. The so-called Toba Hulk, or the God Hulk or Entropy Hulk, refers to a terrifying future incarnation of the Hulk, when his body becomes the vessel of the One Below All, the dark reflection of the One Above All, and the embodiment of destruction and nihilism and chaos. As this apocalyptic being, the Hulk is no longer a model or even a gamma-mutated powerhouse, but the avatar of the universe's annihilation itself. In this form, he dwarfs stars, galaxies and tears through entire universes with ease, serving as the instrument through which the One Below All consumes all of creation. In one of these bleakest timelines, this monstrous entity annihilates the Marvel multiverse, slaying countless cosmic beings including Galactus and even Franklin Richards, reducing existence to absolute nothingness. Number 9. The Logos. Here the Logos was the apocalyptic fusion of three primal cosmic entities that together sought to reshape the multiverse's balance of power. So although he was formed through three cosmic entities, but as one it was a unique individual. So anyway, before becoming the Logos, the twin forces of order and chaos attempted to revert Galactus from his evolved life-bringer form back to his destructive Devourer of Worlds state. But the Living Tribunal's earlier judgment meant that there was no longer a hierarchy governing the cosmos, placing Galactus on equal footing with these gods who sought to control him. Unable to subjugate him directly, order and chaos fused forcibly with the in-betweener, birthing the Logos, a being of terrifying authority and power. After its creation, the Logos slaughtered the last surviving Celestial to establish its dominance and then sought out Galactus, overwhelming the Life-Bringer and imposing its will upon him by reigniting Galactus' past insatiable cosmic hunger. Number 10. King Thor. So King Thor is the far-future incarnation of Thor Odinson from Earth 616, the All-Father of a ruined Asgard and the last god standing in a dying universe. Bearing one eye like Odin and wielding the Destroyer's arm as a prosthetic, King Thor commands the vast ancient power of the Odin Force, which is now called the Thor Force. Over millennia, his might grew beyond divine comprehension, having absorbed the Phoenix Force and other cosmic energies as well. In Thor issue 6, as entropy consumes the last remnants of creation, Galactus appears to devour what remains of Earth and seeks a herald for the universe's end. Instead, he finds King Thor waiting. The confrontation is swift and merciless. Thor easily overpowered the Devourer of Worlds, absorbing the power cosmic and stripping him of his godlike strength. And then in divine judgment for the countless civilizations that Galactus has annihilated, King Thor sentences him to death and unleashes an all-consuming blast through Galactus' chest, erasing him utterly. Now number 11 we have King Hyperion. In the alternate Heroes Reborn reality, King Hyperion reigns as an unstoppable tyrant and a self-proclaimed savior of his world. Unlike his more heroic counterparts or versions, this Hyperion is a ruthless conqueror who dominates his universe through raw power and absolute authority. Amongst his countless conquests was none other than defeating Galactus himself, a feat that he achieved through a display of devastating speed and strength. Here, Hyperion speed blitzed Galactus, flying straight through his massive head like a bullet and killing him instantly before the World Eater could even mount a defense. Number 12. The Silver Surfer. In the alternate future of Earth 691, the Silver Surfer ascends to heights of power far beyond his days as Galactus' herald. After being granted the quantum bands, which are artifacts that make him the protector of the universe, he becomes the Keeper, a being whose strength and cosmic control rivals that of his former master. When Galactus becomes a threat in this timeline, the Silver Surfer joins forces with the Guardians of the Galaxy in an attempt to stop him. Initially, even their combined might fails to destroy the World Eater, but then, empowered by both the Power Cosmic and the Quantum Bands, the Silver Surfer engages Galactus in a single combat. Their clash devastates entire systems, yet the Silver Surfer ultimately triumphs, defeating Galactus through sheer cosmic force. However, rather than destroying him, the Surfer shows mercy and resumes his role as the Herald, but this time in his own terms, guiding Galactus only to barren worlds devoid of sentient life to devour. Number 13. Ego the Necro World. Here in this timeline, when Galactus became the Butcherer of Worlds after his merger with the All-Black the Necro Sword and murdered Ego's planetary offspring, the enraged living planet sought vengeance. Their battle was an apocalyptic clash between two cosmic titans who are infused with the same dark power. During the fight, Galactus impaled Ego through the mouth with a colossal blade, but Ego retaliated by biting off the Devourer's arm and boring further with a Necrosword's essence. This transformation turned him into the Necro World, a monstrous living planet imbued with the full power of the All-Black. So empowered beyond imagination, Ego ultimately devoured Galactus and consuming both his body and cosmic energy, and thus cementing his brief reign as one of the most powerful entities in existence, but just for a while. Now, number 14, we have Amatsu-Mikaboshi. So, Mikaboshi, known as the Chaos King, is an ancient primordial force and an aspect of oblivion itself, representing pure chaos and the void before creation. Often mistaken by the Japanese pantheon as their god of evil, Mikaboshi's power transcends the divine hierarchy as he is a cosmic constant which is capable of unmaking existence. During the events following the secret invasion, Mikaboshi sought to dominate all gods across pantheons. He then raised an army composed of every soul to have ever died, conquering the underworlds and enslaving deities like Zeus and Hera. Using Zeus as a puppet, Mikaboshi confronted Galactus and easily overpowered him, which you could say it was Zeus and not Mikaboshi, but if you think about it, Mikaboshi was turning or pulling the strings, and thus it was he who defeated Galactus. And number 15, Franklin Richards. So Franklin Richards, the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm or Sue Richards, is an Omega level mutant whose reality warping abilities placed him amongst the most powerful beings in the Marvel multiverse. As a child, he possessed such immense power that his father had to impose mental limits on him to prevent accidental godlike alterations of reality. During the Abraxas crisis, when the cosmic balance was unraveling and Galactus had perished, Franklin used his vast powers to resurrect Galactus, but not merely as the Devourer of Worlds. Instead, he remade Galactus as his own herald or servant, reversing the usual cosmic hierarchy. This act wasn't an act of domination through force, but through omnipotence. Franklin simply decided Galactus would serve him, and reality obliged. And with that, we end this video on the 15 Marvel beings that defeated or overpowered Galactus in single combat, or single-handedly. Now those are the ones who have no doubt defeated him. If you like this video, then watch this other one too, the one in the end screens, and do hit that like button for support. And for the ones watching this in their phones, well, you know the drill. Press the hype button to hype up the video to other viewers. That'll help us a lot. Also subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, fam.